left here where we have parsley, basil and a couple of trees. I've also got my cuttings of trees. I've done some more cuttings of trees there that I'll share with you in another video. And of course I'm doing my different herbs on my herb racks. So these herbs are here. Some are going to seed now. That basil, that's what basil looks like when it goes to seed. And lots more chives. This is what they look like when they're going to seed. Basil, dill, chives. The endives I'm going to use today in the lettuce soup. Have another Malabar spinach. And these are the last of the things I had growing in pots. So I say, that's my loofahs. There's carrots I might keep in there. That's a roundup of this area. Area we have coming along quite nicely. We're having new shoots on everything. I've grown dill here. Here we have some more peppers and chilies, some more dill. These are the chilies, they get much longer than this. Peppers. I've got coriander growing here for our guests to use. Tomatoes here doing extremely well. Again, these are in cat food bags and pet food bags, and they're in a crate. I put Mexican chili here, and then the herbs that you saw in the video last time was in this area. Parsley. And these are all starting to come up there. You can see the sweet corn's doing really well, and as you saw in the rabbit cages, there will be some more, which will be a second phase, and so that will help with the pollination. This is just old cauliflower. These were the tomatoes, the second bed that I planted out, and these have all taken. So these are coming along really well. Pleased about that. The best way to transplant tomatoes is do not disturb them. So if you find your tomato plants wither and die, and don't be in a rush to plant them out until they've got a lot of height. I risked it with these ones to get rid of them. Then we've got lots of different beds of different types of zucchinis going on. I think these are mostly the trombetta ones. So they seem to have taken, a little bit light green the middle one, but they should be okay. And then I fixed these cages. I don't know if I showed you that. I did fix them from the Coptic storm. So we have the old broccoli, and the yellow flowers are seeds. they will become the seeds. And again, I've got a video on broccoli seeds, so I'll link that in the description below. This is the bed of chard. We have what I now consider to be a type of chilli. And then this was a mixed bed of any odd bits I had that I couldn't remember what they were, or the labels had gone. So I think that's a zucchini. I think that's one of the loofah sets, but I've got a much better set elsewhere. And we have more growing there. I've left all these in between for now. It looks a bit of a mess, looks all overgrown, but it brings in the pollinators. So don't be in a rush to get rid of your flowering weeds. Then we have more zucchinis here. As I said earlier, these are the main stable food that fill us, and you can do so much with it. So yes, all these beautiful flowers in between helps with the growing. And these are a lot of the lettuce that I'm going to use in my lettuce soup. I'm going to still leave the stems so they can carry on growing. As you can see, these ones are now going to seed. This is the last of this year of the eggplants and aubergines, eggplants or aubergines, wherever you're from, whatever you call them. And then we have another bed of them here. They keep coming up and coming up. There, it does get a bit hot for them, so these two beds are under a tree. Here, I think these are the trombetta ones, because this one seems to be travelling. So these are more zucchinis, doing very well. If you're a new gardener, try zucchinis. You get quite impressed with what you've achieved sowing the seeds. The seeds are easy to sow and grow. This was the first transplant of tomatoes. So these are all in flower really well. So this was the first Hugel bed of tomatoes this year. Oh, that's a really tall one over here. There's this one here. It's really tall. Oh, he's got tomatoes on. There. There. More flowers. This is mixed peppers. There's a chard over there. Also the mixed peppers from new to some old from last year that again are leafing and growing. So I'm mixing there. I've got a lot of space there. And then we have this bed. I think these are radish. Look like radish. And then here, I've put this lid in to remind me what they are. This is my labelling. I just remember what I brought down with it. These are the great big long red chilies. The really long fat red chili peppers. Really like those, so I'm glad I've saved some seeds from those. More peppers. You might be able to hear tractors in the background from the local farms. And we have a few more plants here. Got lots of space still, some more peppers at the end there. This, I think is yellow melon. Once things start growing, I can normally tell what they are. So I think they're yellow melon there, which would be really cool. And there's some baby ones coming up as well. We have the beans. I've harvested beans for Sunday dinner. Mr. Bean has finished. I took his cover off and he got cold. So we have a few more beans here. So he produced beans, he did his job. A few beans there. And then we've got some more little beans round. I just planted some other beans around him. There's some more beans over there. Quite a few beans over there. Beans are not a big success. Green beans. It gets too hot here. As soon as it gets hot here, they're done. They don't want to know. It's a shame because I'd really like to grow beans. And then we have, I fixed this cover, my homemade cage. And if you use, I use bamboos, but if you use metal poles or anything for poles, put a plastic cup or something over the top, and that stop your net breaking or catching. These are the clips I've been using, different size ones. And this again is broccoli, and I think there's a cauliflower in there, a couple of cauliflowers in there. So these are what I've let go to seed. Let's go from the other side, you can probably see a little better. So there you can see the seed pods starting to come. Again, I've got a video on that. And then we have two more beds that I haven't put anything in. I've just added some more grass cuttings because they're not very deep. And to get your bearings, this is the back end of the fruit and food forest. So this is my purple plum tree, and you'll see more of all my fruit trees in other videos. One of my strawberry plants areas. In case you're wondering how my newly transplanted grapevines are doing, these were of course grown from seeds from my grapes in my garden.